Okay, for more on this, we are now being joined by Louis Tarrant, international consultant on climate change. He is joining us live from Barcelona, Spain. Thank you so much for joining us on WION. So, what is your reaction to the deal reached about transitioning away from fossil fuels?
Hello, Suzanne. Thanks for having me in the show. Definitely, I think we're living a historic momentum right now because for the first time in the last 2 decades, the final agreement of a COP makes an explicit mention to fossil fuels, something that has been pursued for a long time, and it's been avoided because of the pressure of petrostates. And for the first time, there's a specific mention not to phase out, as many claim that should be the right wording, but to transition away from fossil fuels. And this has at least two major implications. The first one is the recognition that fossil fuels are indeed one of the root causes of global warming. And the second one is those so-called petrostates need to start developing a new development model to go away from fossil fuels. The third implication is that it's not explicitly mentioned yet, but it needs to be seen what's the scale of this transition, what's the funding involved, and how this will happen.
And the carbon footprint of militaries, including the US Army, has generally been brushed up under the rug. First of all, how justified is that considering global security, national security, and how can that be corrected?
Well, the US military army is not usually on the debate because of its invisibility, let's say. No one knows exactly what their estimates about its carbon footprint. But as you already mentioned before, it's been out of the scrutiny, probably deliberately. And some negotiators said during the COP28 that it was the elephant in the room. And as you already mentioned, estimated carbon emissions from the US military are equal, are equal to some states like Denmark or Portugal, which are indeed part of the negotiation process. So the US Army is aware of its impacts, and they indeed also have a climate strategy. Several military armies have climate strategies, but no one knows for certain if what they claim that their impact is, it's actually true, because the transparency mechanisms are not very well enforced. And this is a sensitive area, of course. It's the defense of the largest military army, or one of the largest in the world. And the US is kind of secretive about this. But one thing is for sure, the US Army creates a lot of damage, environmental damage, and it's largely fueled by fossil fuels.
All right, very interesting. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this important topic, Louis Tarrant from Barcelona, Spain. I look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Thank you.